Now let's look at database requirements. What are the requirements when you're going to build a database on in Microsoft Publisher while developing maybe a website? You want a website that or a web page that has a database on it. What could be really the requirements that one may need while trying to come up with that work? So onto our uh, uh, computer, we may go to all programs and choose Microsoft Publisher. Onto Microsoft Publisher, you may need to get into websites. When you have entered into websites, it will be able, it will help you to come up with a web page. You have maybe a page that may, you have pages that make up your website. So in web development, mainly we may need to understand that there are some functionalities that may be useful. For instance, requirements of a static website may differ from requirements of a dynamic website. So if you're going to develop a website, uh, whether it's dynamic, you may just need to have this in your mind that you need first to prepare what we call data. So if you have prepared data, it's let's say data base requirements. So if you need uh, if you're going to develop, you need, for instance, to have a design of what, for instance, you want. If you are going to include that information in a database, one, the best requirement, you need to know which program, the suitable program. One suitable program. IGI, you may be going to use SQL, PHP, Oracle, Access, or any other. So you may have to understand which platform or a suitable software that is going to bring the sense in what I'm going to do. One, you need a suitable program to design that particular database. So if you have got to understand the suitable program, still you need the data. You need the data. Then you need to do what we call data analysis. Then from data analysis, you need to come up with the data analysis design. In that, your rows and columns, your entries may not collide. You need to know what should I bring first, then what should I bring last. So that is what we call a data analysis design. You analyze very well your data. You've got the data, then data analysis, then you come up with a design that I'm going to start with this, then I put this, then I end up with this. You may need to know again, uh, you may need to look at another feature like mm, another feature like which elements do I need, elements that you may need that that are needed. IGI checkbox, checkbox. Where do I need a checkbox? comma, textbooks. Another one, combo box. Where do I need the combo? Then where do I need buttons? And which buttons do I need? Iggy. In here we may make it like buttons needed. Buttons needed. Iggy submit, comma, add new, comma, delete, save button. So all these are some of the requirements that one should put in mind before you come up with a database uh, design. You need these in your mind, that if I'm to come up with something that is very interesting, I should have this as some of the key elements that are uh, that can help me while trying to come up with a database. Yes, you need to be very curious about this. If you don't plan well about uh, this, it means your database may fail uh, to bring that instance that you wanted to come up with. So we may continue to look at some other items that may be needed while trying to come up with a database. But briefly for now, we can end here. Uh, this is part one. We shall look at other components, database requirements that we may need. Others we shall see them in part two. So briefly, we can end here, but you have to put this in mind that if I'm going to build a database, maybe when it's not on a web page, when it's separate or on a web page, or whether it's a dynamic or a static website, I need these few things to be clearly put right. So briefly, I can end here for now. Thank you.